Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. Today I am making this cute reindeer deco mesh wreath, and most everything came from Dollar Tree. I picked up this "Oh dear, Christmas is here" cute sign from Dollar Tree. I picked up this deco mesh from Walmart, and it is 18 inches wide and 12 feet long. And then I'm using some 2.5-inch ribbon with wire. And you're going to need some Christmas ornaments, and you'll need your work wreath form, and this one is from Dollar Tree and it's the 14-inch. You're going to need some pipe cleaners, your scissors, your hot glue gun, and glue sticks, and I think that's it for this wreath. And these are the ornaments I decided to use from Dollar Tree. So you're going to take your deco mesh and you're just going to gather it in your hand. Just keep it pinched tightly, and you're going to cut your pipe cleaners in half. And you're going to use the second and third wire for this wreath. So just wrap your pipe cleaner around the deco mesh and go to the back and give it a few twists. Now in the end, I usually go back and zip tie my ends down, but for now I'm just using a pipe cleaner. Now you're going to tuck your end to the back, and you're going to make 12-inch poofs. So roll your edges inward and then make a poof, push it forward, and take your pipe cleaner and wrap it around the second and third wire. This is very simple to do. Just use your second and third wire each time. So you're just going to make a poof, take your pipe cleaner that you cut in half, wrap it around the second and third wire, go to the back, and give it a few twists. Now make sure you push it forward, and that way you can get as many poofs as possible in each little section. Now I bought 2 rolls of the 18-inch deco mesh from Walmart. I think each roll is around $7 and maybe 95 cents. I'm not real sure, but it's less than $8 a roll. And so you're just going to, somehow I managed to get my deco mesh twisted up, so I had to untangle it, and it took me just a second so that I could get it turned the right way. But just try to be careful, and it's easier if it's turned where the ends just want to roll under so that they're not exposed when you make your poof. So just try to work with it so that you can take those edges and just roll them inward and make your poof. You can kind of tell when your mesh gets twisted up because your poof just doesn't look like a poof. It just kind of falls flat. So just try to make sure you're keeping it going straight, and it's much easier to make your poofs. So around 12 inches is what my poofs are. You don't have to measure it each time. If you measure a few, you kind of see how big each one is, and just try to be consistent all the way around. Now I am not going to do this entire wreath. I am placing the sign on one side, so I do not have to fill up the whole wreath. But just make sure after you make your poof that you fluff your loop and then push it forward. And like I said, you want the sections as full as you can get them. If you are wanting to make a deco mesh wreath using this poof method and you want to cover the entire wreath, you'll need to pick up 3 rolls instead of just 2. And I will write a materials list for you in the drop-down box below. But just go all the way around, same steps. This is so simple, and if you are close about getting your poofs the same size, it's going to look really good. So just fluff and push forward. Now if you make a poof and it doesn't look right, just untwist your pipe cleaner and redo it right then. So this is what it looks like with 1 roll, and that's, I believe, 12 feet. I'll have to double check myself. And this is the second roll, and I just attached it the same way as the first one. Same steps. Just make a poof and attach it to the second and third wire. And this deco mesh has like a white, I don't know, string, plastic-like string that keeps wanting to come out of it. You can see it right there. And so I had to trim some of it off. And I've never really had it to kind of want to unravel like that. So it's, you know, you have to do some trimming when you have some little pieces like that sticking out. I did not use the full 2 rolls. I had quite a bit left of the second one, but I didn't want to just use one because I wanted it to be fuller and fluffier, and so I used probably 1.5, maybe a little better than 1.5 to make this wreath. But just make sure you get it as full as you want and push it forward so that each section's nice and full. Right now it is sleeting at my house, so you might can hear it hitting the windows right now. So it has turned really cold here. So let me know in the comments section below how your weather is. Is it cold or is it still warm where you live? Okay, and this is the way it looks. So I still have a section left for my sign. Okay, and I like to take at the very end a zip tie, take my ends, I take the zip tie and thread it under one of the wires, and then I wrap it around the end of the deco mesh and then give it a twist, or actually pull, so that it's nice and tight, and that way it doesn't flip down or flop down and show when the wreath is hanging up on the door. You might want to glue your pipe cleaners on your sign before you start doing your deco mesh. That way the hot glue has time to dry. So I just hot glued 2 pipe cleaners to the back of the sign and let it dry. Just be very careful using your hot glue. And I am using a low temp hot glue gun from Hobby Lobby that's inexpensive, but I really like it. Now the glue has dried, so what I'm going to do is I'm just placing my sign on the right side, and then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to take those pipe cleaners and I'm just going to wrap it around the wires nice and tight, and that way it stays in place. So just 2 pipe cleaners is all I used. And here's my favorite part. Y'all know how much I love tying bows and love big bows on wreaths. So this is 2.5 inch width ribbon with wire, and it came from Sam's Club. So just make a loop, keep it pinched tightly in your hand, try to make another loop on the opposite side, make it the same size as the one on the left, and just go back and forth, trying to make the loops the same size on each side. Now I did a triple bow here. You can make it whatever size you want. So 3 loops on the left, 3 loops on the right, and you'll need some floral stem wire close by. And I just used 20 gauge floral stem wire, and I just wrap it tightly around the center of my bow, and you'll want to leave your wires long. Make sure you fluff your loops and trim your tails the same length. And then you're just going to take the wires and you're going to thread the wires through the deco mesh. Now you don't want to go around the deco mesh, you want to thread the wires through the deco mesh. That way it keeps the pretty shape and doesn't mess anything up. So just be patient and work those little wires through the deco mesh, and then you'll be ready to go to the back and give it a few twists. And you can either fold down the wires or you can trim them off. And so this is how it looks with the bow and the sign. And now I am ready to add some sparkle. And this deco mesh is really pretty. With that white or silver in it, it does sparkle a lot without adding anything. But I just wanted to add a little bit more sparkle, so I found these at Dollar Tree, and they do have a few colors in these. And so here it is, guys, hanging on my door. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And thank you guys that always watch and comment and share. I really appreciate y'all, and y'all are just the best. And I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.